Hello, students. Welcome to EPT Pathshala. This is Professor Vidya-mitra from Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Dear students, we are going to talk on module Departments in Hotel from the paper Food Service Management. First of all, I'll tell you that what is a hotel? A hotel is the most important unit of tourist accommodation. The various dictionary meanings of a hotel are a place which supplies board and lodging, a place for the entertainment of travelers, and a public building. In brief, hotel is a commercial establishment that provides accommodation, refreshments, meals, and must have minimum of 6 leasing guest rooms. Even though hotels are classified into star categories ranging from 1 star to 5-star deluxe, but the facilities provided may range from standard room to luxury features like suite rooms. Large hotels provide sumptuous facilities to guests, such as swimming pool, bar, healthcare, retail shops, banquet halls, conference rooms, business center, and social gathering function services, etc. Most of the modern hotels nowadays provide the basic facilities in a room, such as bed, table with chair, wardrobe, air conditioner, television, telephone, internet facility, and bathroom. There is also a facility of mini bar containing alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, snacks, chocolates, and the consumption of the same is added to the guest's bill at the time of checkout. Hotels also provide tea and coffee making units having an electric kettle, cups, spoons, tea bags, sugar and coffee sachets, and dry milk in rooms. And these are replenished from time to time. Then, what are the objectives? Students, the main objectives of this module are to be familiar with different departments of a hotel, understand various departments of the hotel and their sections, comprehend organization charts of all the departments. Hotel departments fall under the category of either revenue earning departments or support departments. When I say revenue earning departments, what do I mean by this? Revenue earning departments are operational departments that sell services or products to guests and thus directly generate revenue for the hotel. These departments include front office, food and beverage, and hotel operated shops. There are many support departments which help in smooth running of the hotel. Support departments are the ones which help to generate revenue but indirectly by playing a supporting role to the hotel's revenue earning departments. Then, which departments are support departments? The HR department, that is human resource department, purchase, housekeeping, maintenance, and so on. Without any department, the hotel cannot run. The organization of hotel today is very complex and comprises various departments. The number of departments varies from one hotel to another. All departments have their own manager, reporting to the general manager and the assistant general manager. Figure 1 being shown on screen illustrates the various departments in a large hotel. In a large hotel, the housekeeping, front office, and maintenance departments come under room division. These departments collectively are responsible for maintaining and selling the rooms in a hotel and directly or indirectly generate more revenue than any other department. This is because the sale of rooms constitutes a minimum of 50% of the total revenue of a hotel. A hotel's largest margin of profit comes from room sales because a room once made can be sold over and over again. The rooms division is headed by the rooms division manager, to whom the front office manager, executive housekeeper, and very often the chief engineer report. The housekeeping department is the operational department responsible for the cleanliness, maintenance, and aesthetic upkeep of rooms, public areas, back areas, and surroundings in a hotel so that they appear as fresh and aesthetically appealing as on the first day when the property opened for business. The various sections of the housekeeping department are illustrated on the screen that you can see. The first one is the control desk. All the guest requests and complaints are handled at the counter, which is manned round the clock. The person at the control desk interacts with the concerned section or person to resolve the complaints or to meet the requests. As we can see that these progress, they have to enter the progress and follow-up register, and a record of all complaints is maintained. The second is the linen room and uniform room, which may be located separately or at one place depending upon the size of the hotel. Linen room maintains the supply of clean linen, while the uniform room takes charge of the dresses, the uniforms of the hotel, and the other off premises laundry. The lost and found section is responsible for recording complaints of guests about any lost items and resolves the same at the earliest. Also, if any items are found, this section must hand over the items after due verification to the owner. The sewing room, which earlier used to be a necessary section, but now it does not exist in most of the hotels. The properties are outsourcing this, and mending and repair work on guests' request is being got done from somewhere. The horticulture section of the hotel housekeeping maintains the planters which are used for decoration and also looks after keeping the hotel green by putting plants, leaves, lawns, and flower arrangements. There are two rooms for horticulture section. One is inside the hotel that will have all the material related to the flower arrangements, and the second one may be outside the hotel building, which will store heavy equipments such as lawn mowers, sprinklers, etc. These are kept under strict control. The number of subsections and employees are very different in one to the other hotel, but these mainly depend on different types of requirements, the requirement of the organization, management policies, area available, number of contracted out services, and funds available. But in any hotel, the main aim of the department remains the same, that is, the prime important guest satisfaction, and to perform all the functions assigned by the management. The employees of housekeeping come in direct contact with the guests, so they should have basic qualities required for a hotel employee: good communication skills, good hygienic habits, honesty, and above all, pleasing personality. The employees should have a strong sense of pride in their job and enjoy working, as they have to work for long hours under extreme pressure. The standard should be maintained, and the best and easiest way to do this is to follow standard procedures. The front office section is the primary department of the hotel, where guests come in contact with the hotel at the time of check-in, and also the last department where they interact with at the time of checkout from the hotel. The different sections of front office are reservation, reception, information desk, cash and bills, travel desk, communication, uniformed services, bell desk, and concierge. Front office department performs various functions like reservation, reception, registration, room assignment, and settlement of bills of in-house case. Who are in-house case? the ones who are staying in the hotel. The guest remains in contact with the front desk all the way through their stay for all types of information, queries, and help. The activities of the front office department include processing the reservation requests of the guests, room reservations, amendments, cancellations, receiving guests at the time of their arrival, registration of guests, assignments of different rooms, handling guest luggage from the guest vehicle to the assigned room on arrival and back also, that is from the guest room to the vehicle at the time of departure. Accepting guests' valuables for keeping in safety deposit lockers. If you are staying in a hotel, you can always ask the hotel authorities, the front desk, that we want to put our valuables. They will provide you a locker. You can put your valuables there and you can have the key with you. Also, front office delivers messages. You may have got a call from somebody, a message from somebody, mails of in-house guests. They will deliver all these to you when you come back to the hotel. Handling guest room keys, guest paging, posting, and verifying the room charges in guest folio, providing information to guests about products and services of the hotel, arranging postage and courier of mails and other documents. They also make your travel arrangements. If you ask that you want to go sightseeing, they will arrange sightseeing tours for you. If you want to join a city tour, they will make arrangement for that. But if you want a special tour, they will prepare the itinerary, make all arrangements, and arrange for your sightseeing. Prepare and present bills at the time of departure. Provide left luggage facility. You may leave anything in the hotel inadvertently. If you have left anything, that will be taken care of. That will be deposited in the locker. They call it lost and found section. But then you will have to prove that this particular luggage belonged to you. Only then you can claim that. Changing rooms is also their responsibility. As the front office is the contact point for guests, we can say that it's the nerve center of the hotel operations. Front office is the name given to all the offices situated in the front of the house and the reservations which are located at the back of the house. The reservation section I'm telling is at the back of the house. In the front office department, the reservation section is the nerve center. I said the main nerve center is front office, and of the front office, the reservation is the nerve center where all requests of reservation are received and processed. The department is headed by a reservation manager or reservation supervisor who is assisted by reservation assistants. Lobby. Now, what is lobby? Lobby is the main area of the front office. It is controlled by the lobby manager who supervises the working of well desk employees. I said registration is also done by the front office. They are responsible for registration of the guests. When you register, they note down your address, your email, your mobile number, and check your identity. Assign rooms to the guests. This is headed by the supervisor or an assistant. Information is another part of the front desk that deal with message handling, providing information to the guests. This is headed by the supervisor or an assistant. The front office cashier, very important, receives payments for a guest stay in the hotel. This is the point where all the charged vouchers, bills generated by the guest are received to be included in the overall bill. What do I mean when I say that all the charged vouchers? The guest may have eaten his food in any one of the restaurants in the hotel. The 5 stars, the super deluxe hotels, the 7 stars, they have between 5 to 12 to 20 restaurants. So the guest is free to go to any restaurant. When the person is eating in any particular restaurant, he or she is asked to sign the bill and also note down the number of his room. So all those bills, whether in bar or in spa or swimming pool, any restaurant, coffee shop are included, and the customer is charged at the time when the customer is leaving. Close relation between the lobby staff and cashier is must. The bell captain must inform the cashier about the intended checkout of a guest so that the guest's bills are updated and kept ready for presentation. Also, the cashier is informed of a new arrival by the reception by opening and forwarding a new folio in the guest's name, giving room number and time of check in with defined billing instructions, which the cashier places in the bill tray against the appropriate. The food and beverage service department is one of the major profit generating departments of a hotel. This department is responsible for the service of food and beverage to the guests. There are different sections of the food and beverage department. The various sections of food and beverage service department include the restaurants, which are the main areas of department. There can be 24 hours restaurants known as coffee shops or specialty restaurants such as Indian, Chinese, French, Thai, or Japanese restaurants. They can be multi cuisine restaurants as well. But on the whole, the number and type of restaurants depends upon several factors. These factors can be the management policies, type of clientele, the profitability, availability of resources, and level of competition, etc. The staff working there should have all basic qualities of a good salesman. In nearly 70% cases, the guests order what the suggested people attending to them make. This is known as suggestive selling. Bars are another important area of this department. These are responsible for selling alcoholic and non alcoholic beverages to the guests in large hotels. The outlet is headed by a manager, supported by a supervisor, and bartenders and waiters. It may or may not have its own store, that is known as wine cellar, depending upon type of hotel and clientele. The staff should have thorough knowledge of the beverages and should be able to inform the clientele about the year of produce, area, manufacture, and type of raw material used, etc. Cigars and cigarettes tobacco is also available in this section. As all the items are very costly, so the staff members should use standard measures to measure drinks. This practice not only helps in controlling but also helps in standardizing the products. It increases both profits and guest satisfaction. In this section, banquets is another part. Banquets are multi utility rooms or areas. They can be used as party halls or conference rooms or seminar halls or exhibition halls. These are normally very large halls having partitions which can be used as per requirements and flexible seating and table arrangements. You must have attended different weddings, birthday parties where you must have gone to the banquets. These are equipped with audio, video, communication, internet facilities. Banquets have their own store having a large number of crockery, cutlery, chairs, tables, and other required equipments. A strict control is exercised to minimize losses. It has its separate kitchen which supplies the food. The next section of hotels is room service, which deals with the food and beverage needs of the in room guests. This section is situated near the main kitchen. It has its own pantry and control desk where orders are received on phone and conveyed to the kitchen. The service menu is short and slightly high priced as compared to other menus. Time is the most important factor apart from proper layout. The food production department, commonly known as kitchen, is responsible for providing food to the food and beverage service department in hotels. The various sections of the kitchen department are being illustrated on the screen. The very first, the larder kitchen, refers to a separate section in food production that is associated with the preparation of cold foods. It is also known as garde-manger, which is in French, and this term means keeping cold for eating later. This department prepares various items such as salads, starters, which are usually known as ordos, though written as hors d'oeuvres but pronounced as ordos in French. The larder kitchen also prepares cold meat, sausages, sandwiches, juices, and so on. The sauce section is responsible for preparing sauces required for meat, poultry, game dishes, and so on. The roast section provides all roast dishes of meat, poultry, and game. The fish section provides all cooked fish dishes. The vegetable section, as the name suggests, is responsible for the preparation of all vegetable dishes. The soup section is responsible for preparing all types of soups such as consommes, creams, velouté, purees, broths, bisques, and international soups. The pastry section is responsible for preparing all types of hot and cold foods, and these are the sweets which they prepare, like breakfast rolls, cakes, pastries, and various desserts. Kitchen stewarding is a part of food and beverage department headed by a manager who is supported by supervisors and other working staff. The department is responsible for providing chefing dishes, fuels, washing of heavy vessels and other kitchen utensils, equipments, washing of kitchen itself, collecting and separating garbage from kitchen, cleaning food and beverage crockery, cutlery, and other equipments, polishing silvers such as knives, forks, etc. The engineering and maintenance department of a hotel is responsible for maintaining the hotel's structure, electrical and mechanical equipment, and all the furniture and fixtures. The maintenance service deals with the maintenance of ground, building, landscaping, waste disposal system, sanitary, gas distribution system, power supply system, fuel supply system, air conditioning, firefighting equipments, ventilation, water supply system, refrigeration, heating, telephone, television, elevators, escalators, and so on. They are the main driving force behind the hotel. The department is headed by a chief engineer, assisted by many supervisors who are specialized in their fields, such as planning, telecommunications, and supported by a large number of mechanics. Department is located at the back of the house. It is connected to all the departments through intranet. It helps in lodging complaints and finding out any trouble point such as fire, leakage, etc. etc. This department is spread over a large area. Its equipments, machinery include boilers, air conditioning systems, ventilators, generators, and so many others. These have to be maintained and burned at their full capacity 24 into 365 a year. Any slight negligence is unexpected. This department is also responsible for the maintenance of all equipments from smallest to the largest. Any maintenance related complaint is put onto internet and also in writing. The hotel management decides about the priorities and the complaints are fixed in that order. General rule is that guest room related problems are given priority. The chief engineer, along with top management and other managers, decides about the scheduling of maintenance programs, type of maintenance, maybe preventive, breakdown, etc., replacement of parts or equipments, funds requirement or maintenance of budget, interdepartment problems or coordination. The accounts department is responsible for monitoring and recording all the monetary transactions of the hotel. The various activities in accounts department include chasing bills, processing payroll, paying outstanding invoices, distributing unpaid statements, accumulating operating data, complying financial reports are compiled, and so on. The accounts department is also responsible for making bank deposits, securing cash, budget control, and processing functions required by the management of the hotel. The next is the human resource department or personnel department, which is responsible for the acquisition, utilization, training, and development of the human resources of the hotel. This department calculates the present and future necessity of staff in the hotel and also makes the required planning to attain them. It is also responsible for maintaining the attendance and leave records of the employees, preparing the employee payroll, and so on. The main responsibilities of this department are addressing the manpower requirements, preparing job analysis, coordinating with sources of manpower, that is, hotel management colleges, institutes, advertising for the manpower requirements, recruiting and selection of manpower, socialization of new employees, that is, induction, training of employees, coordinating with the agencies working outside for employee benefits, defining hotel in any employment related court cases, deals with leaves, medical claims, insurance, pension, locker allocation, check any discrimination, that is age, sex, physical condition, race, religion, etc., etc., organizing employer games, arranging and conducting interviews, medical checkup of employees, coordinate with doctor and medicals. They are also responsible for counseling of employees and they provide training to students and hire them from on campus selection criteria. Now we'll discuss the security department. The security department in the hotel is responsible for the overall security and safety of the hotel property, resident guests, visitors, day users, employees, and their belongings. Hotels generally prefer ex army or ex police officials as their security officers. The responsibilities of security department include patrolling the property. That means they keep on moving from one place to another and looking for that is there something which they need to look into and ensure that guests, visitors, and employees are safe and secure. The efficiency of the security department depends upon the cooperation and support of the local law enforcement officials. Each and every member of security staff should be trained enough to handle situations like destruction, theft, terrorist attacks, bomb threats, fire, and so on. The sales and marketing department of a hotel is responsible for increasing the sales of the hotel's products and services. The name itself suggests that this is the sales and marketing department. The major products which they sell are rooms, food and beverage, recreation services, banquets, and outdoor catering. The responsibilities of sales and marketing staff can be divided into functions like sales, convention services, advertising, and public relations. To achieve their goals and objectives, the sales and marketing staff work in close cooperation with the reservation section of front office department for an update on the reservation status. They always ask the front office that how many reservations have already been made and how many they are free to make. The sales and marketing department carries out market surveys and plan for the future demand for various services provided by the hotel based on past and present sales. On that basis, they develop their strategies to capture the market and increase the profits. There are many other functions which are performed by sales and marketing department such as market and marketing research, planning, formulating credit policies, product and service evaluations, performance evaluation of the hotel, competition product analysis, guest comments handling, maintaining guest history, creating goodwill for hotel, keeping the guest profile, and taking charge of the environmental analysis, that is, the political situation and the economic situation, etc. The next is the purchase and stores department, which is responsible for purchasing and storing hotel supplies, inventories, etc. The department is headed by a purchase and store manager who is responsible for the quality and quantity of the inventories to be purchased. He or she, along with other department heads, decides about items to be purchased, quality to be purchased, quantity of items to be purchased, par stock level of each item, supply selection, time of purchase, unused inventories, and this department is at the back of the house as non-revenue producing one, but its importance cannot be underestimated or overlooked as a very large amount of capital is invested in inventories. If the items are not purchased or stored properly, these can cause heavy losses to the hotel. To conclude, the hotel industry is very vast, comprising of small to medium to large and very large properties. You find around your place there are many types of hotels, and each hotel has different departments. Sometimes the very small hotels may not have too many departments. They work from front office. Front office is responsible, but there are certain departments which are essential in each kind of food and beverages, housekeeping, front office. They may call it front office or reception, but it's the same. The front office may also look for accounts, for cashier, for lobby, and for guest arrival and departure, whereas the food department will be catering to room service, and the housekeeping maintains the cleanliness of the whole hotel, cleans, keeps it lavishly hygienic, spick and span. This number and size of departments, I said, may be more in medium sized to large. The number may vary. There may be three departments, there may be five departments, there may be 10 departments, but in large establishments, the number of support departments is much more than in a medium or small establishment. The large hotels usually have all the sections which we have discussed in this module. You're already familiar with the housekeeping, you are familiar with front office, you are familiar with the support departments, the engineering and maintenance department, you are familiar with security departments. So all these form the different departments of the hotel. Thank you very much for being attentively listener. God bless you. Keep progressing. Keep learning. Thank you once again. All the best to you. Thank you.